Alright guys, before we get started with this Super Sunday, earlier this week it was a sad day for comic fans out there. Dwayne McDuffy passed away. This guy was very important to the comic world. He actually had his hand in a lot of things, especially for the minority side of the comics. He really gave him a voice. This guy was just an all-around great writer, editor, producer. One of his last things he worked on was the All-Star Superman DVD. So if you haven't got that, go get it. This guy, he was one of a kind. A lot of these writers and artists, I've met a lot of them for my trips to the cons, and he was one of them I really wish I had the opportunity to have met. But like I said, sad day for the comic world. But with everybody's passing in the comics, their history, their legacy will always live on with their work. So, all right, you guys, rest in peace, Dwayne McDuffy. Yo, what's going down? Alright, I hope you guys are all enjoying your Sunday. I thought we'd start off with probably the latest talk in the community, the figure that we're all searching for, Titanium Man here. This is part of the Legends Iron Man line. Now, okay, I'll get into the price and all that in a minute, but this figure right here is really badass. I mean, this thing is super saucy right here, man. I'm really digging this thing. The paint job, all around. I actually do like the color to it. I really like this this green that they got, the metal, or I would say the gray. I love the paint that they did on this thing. I think it goes great with the visor. It's kind of like a dark orange in a way. But other than that, it's got the articulation that we want in our Legends. Everything from the ab crunch, all around, double joints, everything. One of the problems I had with this figure is, like everyone said, these thigh joints right here, you seriously have to really crack them in order to get those things to move at all, man. Those things were really tough. Hope nobody else has a problem. So, like I said, there's a little technique to it. You just got to kind of, maneuver them just to get them to crack. And they do make a loud, sound, so you're not going to break it, but just be careful. Other than that, it's a really badass figure. The one thing I do wish they would have done was give him interchangeable hands. I thought with all the other Iron Man figures, they did a great job doing that, with these removable hands. But other than that, I think it's, I wouldn't say it's as better as War Machine. I still love that War Machine figure, but this one is probably my next best favorite. I mean, this thing is really dope. I think they did a great job all around with this. You know what I'm saying? This thing is really clean from head to toe. They got it right. Maybe it could have been a little bigger. Who, can't argue with that. Other than that, it's got all the articulation we need in our Legends. Now, it seems like Toys R Us is the only one that has them right now, in the North America. I know a couple people in Canada have gotten them, and Toys R Us did overcharge them, I believe. This one was $17.99. I mean, regardless on how you look at it, that is quite a lot, especially for what you get. You got that funky little gun. But, saying as collectors, we're going to get it regardless. If you, I wouldn't say have the cash for it, I would at least hold out until Walmart or Target gets it. I don't believe it's going to be $17 there. The last set of movie ones, they were 12 something. So I think that's much more manageable. But, on the downside, he is one per case. So that does make it a little bit difficult at times to probably get one of these guys. My Toys R Us, they had 2 War Machines, the Iron Man, this guy, and that weird Hulkbuster. I'm going to pass on that thing. I think that thing is mad retarded looking. But, you know what, if you see him, definitely get him. If you want to hold off, do that. Now, talking with a lot of these guys in my area, the guys that work at the Toys R Us, Targets, and everything, the actual release date for the Marvel products is the 1st of March. Now, if the Iron Man is going to be in that, all that release stuff, I don't know, but it wouldn't hurt to actually, try to go look for it. You never know. because a lot of the Thor stuff is not supposed to be out till March, but a lot of stores, a few in my area, have put them out already. The Toys R Us where I go to, they actually had some of the Thor stuff out. They actually had a few characters I wanted to get, but they had to pull everything because it wasn't supposed to be out till March. So, like I said, that wouldn't be a bad idea just to go out there and look that day, see if you can find them. So, like I said, definitely hit up Walmart. I doubt they're gonna be, $17, because that right there is a lot. But he is a nice looking figure. I think they did a great job. This one was from the original movie one, part 2. And I think that one was the newer one. I can't remember. But I like this one a little better. But yeah, this guy is sick. So, you guys will see a ton of reviews on this guy coming up soon. Because, like I said, whenever something big happens in the community, you know what I'm saying, we all want to get a piece of it. This guy is dope. All right, let's move on. All right, one of the fun things in the community I've been seeing is these kind of war rooms. You got all the weapons displayed. I really want to get my hand in that just to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some really good ones. I'm going to put the link to this one guy's video I seen. What You Wants, I think that's how you pronounce it. This guy has the sickest war room I've ever seen, man. It just did not stop. It was all dedicated to Punisher, but this thing is sick. So the description, or the video, will be in the description. So definitely check that thing out, man. That's what really inspired me to do one of these things, because it was so sick. Now mine's definitely not going to look like that, but just made it my own, have a little fun. This is specifically for my Blood Ops team. As you can see, we got all these kind of weapons hanging around there. Everybody's like getting set for battle. See Bullseye gonna pull a sword off the rack. I mean, these are all weapons that I normally don't use or have so many extras of. Why not? That's a deadly weapon right there. You can see Zuganagi, he's getting ready. He's doing some sort of spiritual meditation, or the fire effect. I mean, it was just fun, These, like everyone said, these fences are from the UFC, the little $20 thing. So why not? You see, we kind of incorporated other weapons. They got kind of confiscated. Why not? Confiscated, that's the word. Cap's shield. He's fallen in my universe. Wolverine getting set for battle. He's got Doom's mask. He was a fallen one. You can see I've incorporated some other things. There's a master's weapon. Deadpool kind of getting geared up, putting the gun in the holster. Yeah, I always wanted to do something with this damn glider thing, but man, there's a perfect opportunity. Why not? You can see some of those Iron Man weapons that I would never display on my Iron Man figures, but hey, they're good for something. You see Punisher just getting locked and loaded. These are all the, heavy artillery weapons over here. Yeah, I hot glued them on there. If you use a small amount, it's not going to damage anything. You'll be able to pull them right off, so, don't get too scared. I'm actually wanting to do some kind of like a hanger, or maybe a kind of display thing of like different helmets that they've, beaten all their villains over. And I actually recently added War Machine to the Blood Ops team, because not too long ago he was dicing up a lot of the terrorists. So you can see he's working on his new armor, which I still love. This face-off one. It's just a really sleek design. So yeah, it's just really fun to do one of these. When you do it, just make it your own. Just have fun with it. You see, I did kind of different systems. I glued a few things on there, and then I did some kind of like kind of hanger thing. You can see all it is just twisty ties glued up there, making like a little rack. I actually didn't want to damage Deadpool's gun, so I just kind of hooked it on there with the twisty tie. So just all kinds of different things you can do. Like this one's twisty tied on there. You know what I'm saying? Just make it fun. Why not? Always like this. He's just really calm, just setting up. And he's geared for battle. Yeah, I'm just going to keep adding on to this. And, and the cool thing about these things are really flexible. So I mean, you can actually maneuver them into different kind of like maybe a full circle or a square, I should say, or anything. I mean, you just make it your own, have fun with it. Let's go check out some other things. Just trying to get a little cleaned up in here. Trying to utilize these wall mounts as best I can, you know, just try to get everybody off the floor. I mean, I got figures everywhere. I know I'm lazy, so I haven't really got a chance to do much, but I don't know what team this is. I just thought they were kind of cool all together. Just jumping out. And down here, still utilizing the flight stands. Just different ideas. It's just differently when you, or it looks different when you get the camera angle to work. As you can see how it's connected right there. Now normally I would just clean it up, maybe add something on there, but it's just real quick to show you guys. It's like crash. So it looks kind of cool. But yeah, it's all about how you really utilize them. I mean, there's really no wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It's gone from propping up figures to, you know, doing whatever you can. I mean, you can see where it's actually connected in his back there. There's some more ideas here. See Hulk slamming down on the car, and it kind of raises it up. So just like I said, just all about how you can trick the camera a little bit. I think something like that came out really cool. And then Human Torch is flying in there. You can see where it's connected to him. I mean, it's not going to damage the figure, you know, so it's all good. You know, with the success of articulated comic book art, have to give a big shout out to Book Nice, man. I mean, this thing is really going far. Oh, get a phone call. With the success of articulated comic book art, sorry, I got interrupted. But yeah, I got to give a shout out to Book Nice, man, for, you know, this thing has gone really far. So it's just, you know, sky's the limit with what this thing can bring us, you know, articulated comic book art. Like I always said, I like to see somebody's work in magazines. You know, I have Hasbro advertise their figures in, you know, comic books. I mean, what if one day, you know, it's your display that's setting off the new wave of figures? I mean, that right there would be sick to me, being able to come up in there and, you know, pose together some figures. So it's just the sky's the limits, man. I mean, this thing is really taking form. I mean, you know, and the cool thing is we got to see it from the beginning. You know, that's what impresses me the most, and where it's come from and where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope wherever articulated comic book goes, you know, the flight stands will go with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you know, just with skills alone, especially, you know, displaying, you know, Boogie's really embraced, you know, the flight stands. You know, it was just, you know, like we said, when we started, we just wanted to get guys in the air, you know, something like that. But just the way it's taken form, and he's been a big supporter from the start, you know what I'm saying? So I had to thank him a lot for just, you know, because every time there's a book video out, you know, I get more requests for the stand. So, and that's really good. I've had a lot of people come through, and you know, a lot of people returned for the stand. So I mean, it's, you know, like I said, that you can't, you know, I'm not trying to replace the old flight stands like Toy Biz did, you know, back in the days. I mean, really can't. It's just, you know, they're hard to come by. But this just gives us a whole opportunity just to get our figures up more, just to get more displays going on. So I mean, it's, like I said, it's sky's the limit. I mean, this thing is just going to take off, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. And, you know, once again, thanks to everybody who has bought in stands, you know, and, you know, I've seen a lot in the video, so keep on going. And Boogie, you were right. These things actually do look pretty good next to them. Man, I mean, I really like that size on them. And I forgot how many of these damn hero clicks I had. Really did until I pulled them out. Got a couple Wolverines, a Venom. Got some Batman ones. Should try them next to Kimmel. Let's see how that would look. Well, not as impressive as, you know, Galactus is, but, you know, that's the true size really of Kimmel, I believe. I mean, I see him in the comics, and he's like, you know, building size. So, oh yeah, drop kick to the face. Oh man, finally broke out my cards. Now, I did a video on these about a year or so ago. But yeah, every time I break these things out, man, it just always takes me back. Especially, you know, when I was getting into comics, all that good stuff. I mean, these cards really set it off for me. You know what I'm saying? I love these cards. There's certain things in my collection that I will never get rid of. That's the majority of my figures. But these cards, man, these are something special to me. I mean, just think of back in the days when these came out. I mean, we were still really young. Just really getting into comics, learning more about it. I mean, I love these damn cards. This is the X-Men series, which is a really dope series. I mean, you still had, all your stat readings, character info, all that good stuff. Man, these are dope. You hear that? That's the sound. Oh, man, that's the sound. I love that. That's when you know you're taking care of your comics. These ones are cool, too. The superhero line. Oh, man, look how old these are. That is what I'm talking about. I finally was able to finish a lot of these sets. Gotta love these cards, man. These take me so far back in the days. A lot of, a couple of my homeboys in the neighborhood when we were younger, we completed sets just by buying packs. They were like $2 at a local grocery store. Because comic shops, they were way out of our reach in my neighborhood. But I'm a big stat person, and I love the stats they put on these cards. That was always sick to me. Nova. So yeah, to finally finish this whole set. Holograms and everything. Man. They're hard to break into. Oh, there was all the holograms. Can't see through the camera, but they're all there. And this set right here, this is the one. How all these cards create one picture. Love that. Love that. Now C.A.B.A. he sent me a message about something on a card. Is this the guy you were talking about, C.A.B.A? Slayback? I think it was, because there's Deadpool. Yeah, all these cards. Dope. Just dope, 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 dope. Sickness. And these are probably the best ones of all time. The masterpiece. These figures right here, or figures. These cards. See, I got figures on the brain. Now, when we got these packs, all of us would always gripe who had the best card, because all these cards just look great. And we've had some sneaky people, in my neighborhood that would try to swap cards, because somebody's card was a little bent up. These cards were the shit. There's another series. I mean, it just doesn't end. Told you guys I'm a collector. You know what I'm saying? These cards just prove it to me, man. Love it. Looks like I'm gonna go through all these. Alright, community. Peace.